Alrighty, what's going on today, guys? It's Flectar and Parka with the Hypex trainer. So we're just going to be doing a quick little review on this guy. Just got him in. I've been looking at getting one of these for a while, and they recently did a drop, so I decided to grab one. So first I'll give you guys like a rundown of the specs. I'll tell you how it flips, and then I'll go into some of my personal experiences from the point of receiving this to now. So some of the specs: the handles are 6061 aluminum. It is channel. They're bead blasted finish, anodized, and it weighs about 4.25 ounces. Our blade is 410 aluminum, and it is not CNC'd, it is water jetted. I can tell by the feel of it. I've worked with water jetted material before outside of the Balisong world, so I know what it feels like, and this has that finish. There is a little bit of crowning from about this part of the blade all the way back, so chaplains feel nice. But yeah, those are some of the specs: bead blasted, all that good stuff. Now let's get into how does it flip. It's fairly smooth. As you can see from the design, there isn't any grip other than these holes, which don't really provide much other than aesthetic look. This Zen nipple is really aggressive, and it is not sanded down to the least, so it is a little bit sharp. Sometimes I'll feel it like when I'm doing rollovers or other stuff like that. I'll feel it grab the skin on my finger, but yeah, it's not the worst. So yeah, that's something to be aware of. Just the finish on the blade overall, it's not polished. It's a little bit rough. The handles are pretty smooth, as I mentioned. If you're a beginner looking at getting this, I wouldn't recommend it, just because there's better options out there for the price that have more grip to it, which is super helpful. This is really smooth, and it's not the easiest to flip, but it's really fun. Let's go ahead and give you guys like a sound test. It sounds fairly nice. Let's talk about some of the problems that I had with it as I throw it on the ground. Does it have tap? It does have tap. I haven't put any tape or anything on the screws yet. There's our play. So yeah. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about some of the problems that I had. When I got this, it had tap out of the box. I tightened all the screws down, I got it to no tap, and it was still free swing. It flipped great. I just dropped it, so it has tap now, because I haven't finalized the screw positions yet before I put Teflon tape on them. Another problem that I had was these are not press fit, as you can see. They use screws, and they're double-sided. I had a lot of problems getting these. I narrowed down the tap out of the box to these Zen screws, and they kept spinning as I was trying to put them back in. It was giving me a lot of problems. It was frustrating. At one point I was like, all right, the screw's just not going in. I just can't get it to go any farther. If I push, it's just gonna get stripped. And I backed out, and I realized that the machining on the hole that the screw sits in on here, let's see if I can show this to you guys, how they sit inside the handles, wasn't machined all the way. It was actually too small for the screw head. So the screw head was actually making contact with the inside where it's supposed to sit. So that was giving me some problems. So I had to swap the sex bolt to the other side and then put the screw in from the opposite side, and that worked for me, but it was a little bit of a hassle. But anyways, other than that, this thing flips. It flips really nice. I like the sound of it. I wish it had a little bit more grip. It's fairly neutral. It's got good balance to it. I like it. It's not super heavy, but it's also not really light. But as I was saying, some more grip would definitely do this thing a lot of good. But is it worth it for the price? I do think there's better options out there, but if you're looking at getting one, go for it. I don't think you'll be disappointed. It's fun to flip, but getting the best bang for your buck, this probably isn't your best option. So anyways, now that I've thrown it on the ground twice, that's going to be it for me today, guys. I will see you guys in the next video with the LDY Sirius V2 for that review. Thanks for watching. Thanks.